South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. But he died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
Big-time nighttime pools are always at Los Alamitos, with early Pick 4 pools of more than $175,000 on most nights, and a late Pick 4 pool of more than $150,000 on most nights. Plus, our Pick 6 pools have reached record figures in 2025, including a total pool of over $370,000 on June 15th, and record Pick 6 payouts. Big-time nighttime pools every weekend at Los Alamitos.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. All righty, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program for this Sunday. We welcome you to the show as we remind you that we come to you live and direct from the gaming capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, right here at our studio station at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex on Las Vegas Boulevard in Las Vegas, and the South Point Streaming Network, the South Point Studio Streaming Network at YouTube. We welcome you to the show. Welcoming all those listening to us on our radio station, our anchor radio station here, Sports Talk 1400 AM, 107.1 FM, and then everybody else who might be on our websites, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas.world, .global, iPhone, Android, Google phone, got it covered too with the apps, right? You might be listening with the KSHP app that you can hear through the radio station, or watching and listening at the YouTube app on your device as well, and of course, anywhere you get your podcasting. We're there. So we welcome you to the show on this Sunday. Here in Las Vegas, it's beautiful out. It's a gorgeous day. We're in the 80s right now this morning. The sun is just starting to peek through a little bit layer of thin clouds overhead, but you can see the sun getting through it. Anyhow, Las Vegas is going to be the hottest spot in the nation today. We're going to top out at 112 degrees. Now, you know what I'm going to say, and I'm going to say it again. Stay hydrated, stay hydrated, stay hydrated. Make sure you're walking around with a water bottle all the time if you're outside. Keep the kids and the pets in the shade. And check on the elderly. And make sure everything is okay with them. Because we're under an extreme heat warning here in Las Vegas. So make sure you stay hydrated. That's all I got to say. We're going to top out at 112, which is 2 degrees higher than the usual hot spot in the country. Phoenix, Arizona will be 110 today. Los Angeles, 81. It's been a great week all week in Los Angeles in the Southern California area, except for one thing. No racing going on there. So we got to wait until Friday, until Del Mar opens on Friday. Of course, we do have nighttime racing at Los Alamitos, however. As far as the temperatures around the country, 88 in Miami, New York City, 82, Chicago, 84. Looking at some other hot spots, Albuquerque, New Mexico is going to be 91. And again, they've got those floods going on and rain in Texas. My goodness gracious, what they are going through there. Our thoughts go out to those folks there. As far as the precipitation, et cetera, is concerned, big storms right over the center of Texas. Outside of that, the rest of the country looks pretty good as far as racing is concerned. But how is the weather at Saratoga, you ask? You know what it is. Stand around 10 minutes. It'll change. It did as they got to the final race of the day yesterday at Saratoga. The rains came. And they came again in buckets. And it rained for quite a while down there yesterday. Rained overnight. Now, they tell us again, as almost a carbon copy of yesterday, that during the races today, the weather's going to be okay. But they think there might be a little bit more rain coming in later on in the week. Well, this is what we have to deal with right now at Saratoga. And the folks, the patrons, not so much the horsemen, etc., they got to be there anyhow, but the patrons, the fans, who save up their money and get to Saratoga because they love this sport of kings at Saratoga. Get up there and maybe get an apartment, a hotel room or whatever for a week or whatever. Get up there and spend all that money. And all they got to deal with is rain right now. So Mother Nature's not being too kind right now to Saratoga as far as the rain comes in pockets. Not so much on the races itself, but creating all of the havoc on the racetrack before the races start. Now, you know what happened yesterday? They canceled all of the, they didn't cancel, but they took all the turf races off the turf except for the feature races. And those races got decimated. I mean, absolutely decimated. I mean, there were like a couple of them that were like 16 horses deep, and then they scratched down after they took it off the turf, wound up with 4-horse fields. Well, folks, hang on to the old bootstraps. It's going to happen again today. That rain overnight at Saratoga has created the situation and the decision that all the turf races except for the featured quick call is coming off the turf again today. So those big bulky fields at Saratoga that were on the turf today will again be decimated by late scratches. Okay? When we get to it, I'll explain those races and what's happening there on the racing menu, okay? But for now, only the feature race stays on the grass at Saratoga. We'll wait and see what the track condition starts out with today at Saratoga. All right? Looking ahead to the big horses that ran in the Triple Crown, the Kentucky Derby and Belmont Stakes winner Sovereignty went back onto the track. He's back working, getting ready. I believe he'll go in the Jim Dandy. And that's, of course, the prep for the Travers. So he's working for that. Worked very well yesterday morning. I'm not going to bore you with the numbers because it doesn't really mean anything. What means something is watching the horse race on the racetrack. And they said trainer Bill Mott was really happy with that. So Sovereignty is on the mark for his next start and the Jim Beam. Journalism on the other coast in Southern California worked with a couple of workmates yesterday. And journalism worked well as well. Okay, he led a trio of workers before he ships east. Okay, now I believe journalism is heading for the Haskell Stakes, and that comes up next Saturday. Coming up on Saturday will be the Haskell. Journalism is going to go in that race. So is Goal Oriented, by the way. They're going in the Grade 1 Haskell on next Saturday at Monmouth Park. And Baeza is shipping to Saratoga. He's going to try to take on Sovereignty again in the July 26th Grade 2 Jim Dandy. So those are the horses that are working out, the ones that we all know from the Triple Crown that they're getting ready for their next starts. Jim Dandy will have Baeza and Sovereignty, and the Haskell coming up this weekend. On Saturday, we'll have Journalism, Goal Oriented, and of course Goal Oriented, and of course many other 3-year-olds in the field. All right, so that's that deal there. Hawthorne Racecourse. They're having trouble with stock. They just don't have enough horses. So they have petitioned the Illinois Racing Board to cancel all of their Monday scheduled racing days for the rest of the meet. So Hawthorne is trying to get out of running on Mondays. They say they just don't have enough horses there. So we'll wait and see if that happens there as far as Hawthorne is concerned. And of course, taking a look at what happened yesterday at Saratoga. Okay. First race, Jose Ortiz wins that for Mark Casse, $6.10. Second race, Jose Ortiz wins that for Tom Amos, paying $13.40. Third race, Irad Ortiz wins that race there for Linda Rice, paying $15.60. That was the first wins of the day for both Ortiz, Irad, and Linda Rice. Fourth race, Brother Jose gets his third win of the day for Chad Summers, paying $7.10. That was one of the link-up horses on Jerry J's play. His key horse ran second. So in the reverse play, we'll give Jerry credit for the reverse play. The dollar exacta came back $9.60, and the reverse trifecta with the link-up winning, key horse running second, and another link-up running third. That 50-cent try paid $81.32. So we'll give Jerry high fives and a star for that one. All right, fifth race. Linda Rice comes back and wins her second race of the day 21-20. This one was ridden by Kendrick Carmouche. Sixth race, Joel Rosario gets his first win of the day for Danny Gargan, paying $640. Seventh race, Flavien Prat and Chad Brown get together to win their first race together, and you know where I'm leading, paying $4.50. The eighth race was the Bowling Green. The turf course was officially labeled yielding, and the winner there, in easy fashion, was the big favorite Farbridge for Miguel Clement. Joel Rosario's second win of the day, paying $3.10, outrunning El Razine, who Jonathan Hardoon said was the key horse for an exacta there. So you hit the exacta what Jonathan's thought about that race. And Harrow finished third in that very abbreviated short field. And it was really funny to watch Rosario. He's just cruising along. He got the lead at the top of the stretch, then he's cruising along, and he kept looking back. He looked under his between his legs 5 times through the stretch. Now, he was trying to ease up Farbridge in the race, but he didn't want to get caught by some horse because he got lazy. So Rosario took care of business, looking back 5 times. There was nothing coming, though. So Farbridge wins the Bowling Green at $3.10 for Rosario's second win of the day. Ninth race, Jose Ortiz gets his fourth win of the day for Joe Sharp, paying $5.60. 10th race, Brother Irad gets his second win of the day for Saffie Joseph Jr., paying $25.60 on a horse who won his 16th career race out of 38 lifetime starts. Okay, for Saffie Joseph Jr., paying $25.60. And then came the Diana. Well, the Diana Stakes was all but given to She Feels Pretty. But that ain't the way it happened. In one of the most stirring, thrilling stretch drives in a long, long time, She Feels Pretty was on the outside. Excellent Truth rolled up on the inside. They went stride for stride, mano a mano, head to head, eye to eye, nose to nose. And in the end, from the inside, Excellent Truth ekes out a victory in a photo finish for Flavien Prat and Chad Brown's second win together of the day, paying $8 even, beating the heavy favorite She Feels Pretty. Dynamic pricing was a zip code back in the third. This gives Chad Brown 9 of the last 10 Diana wins and 10 overall in his career. Chad Brown owns the Diana. Just when you think the favorite was going to beat him. An absolute great ride by Flavien Prat. Final race. Brother Irad gets his third win of the day. Irad Ortiz Jr. for D. Whitworth Beckman, paying $7.90. So the tally on the day, 12 races at Saratoga. Brothers Ortiz win 7 of the 12 races together. Joel Rosario and Flavien Prat won 2 each together. That left one winner left for anybody else, and that was Kendrick Carmouche aboard Linda Rice's horse in the 5th race. And that's how the races went yesterday at Saratoga, on a day when the 9th race, the 10th race, and the 12th race with full fields on the turf were decimated with late scratches when they went to the main track. Rich Eng came with a winner for us at Colonial Downs in the Miss Disco Stakes. Winfinity wins that, with Ben Curtis aboard, paying $4.80 there. And at Woodbine, the Clocker struck out. The Clocker did not have either wins of his 2 picks at Woodbine yesterday, so we'll see if the Clocker can get us a winner today, okay? And as far as any of the other races, Paco Lopez won a couple of races at Monmouth Park yesterday. Didn't win the feature, though. The feature race was not him. And that's just about the way it went yesterday. All right. We got Jonathan Ardoon standing by, Rich Eng, John Lindo, Jerry Jackwitz. I'll get you a couple more clocker picks there at Woodbine for today. And your special racing menu is coming up next. You want to see this racing menu today, okay? We'll be right back on this Sunday Race Day show. Don't forget, they're training in the mornings around the country, and you can participate in the Race Day Las Vegas chat box on YouTube. Just get there and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, well, then it's free anyhow, so it doesn't matter. But if you haven't, you can subscribe, and then you'll be able to get in the chat box and start chatting away. Real simple. We'll be right back.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
The best of quarter horse racing is always at Los Alamitos. Join us for one of our biggest nights of the year, California Breeders' Champions Night on July 26th, with a full night of stakes action, with the Governor's Cup Futurity led by the super talented filly, French Valley, plus top qualifier, El Dictator. The Governor's Cup Derby will have a lineup of accomplished runners, plus the ageless Cattail Cove could also be in action. It's the track of sunsets and stars, Los Alamitos Racecourse, California Breeders' Champions Night.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas on this Sunday. Don't forget, we'll be back on Wednesday morning, and it should be a fun week next week because we're going to finally get Del Mar underway. That happens on Friday, and, of course, a lot of great action next weekend in racing as well. It is the some summertime horse players' sweet spot of the year when you get Del Mar and Saratoga running on the same days, breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the book. Okay, time to get started with your racing menu today. First post times we broadcast on this racing menu each and every day reflect that of the Pacific time zone. So if you're here in Las Vegas, these will be the first post times rolling out in our race book today. If you're listening in the Pacific time zone anywhere else, same deal. However, if you're listening on any other time zone from around the world that's different than ours, then you have to tweak from whatever one you're in to the Pacific time zone to make sure that you get it right so you don't miss anything. First post times are Pacific. Remember that. I don't want you to miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad. Okay, here we go. We begin our racing menu today with Ellis Park. Ellis Park has a first post time of 9:50 for 9 races. 9 races at Ellis Park. Gulfstream Park has 10 races. They have a mandatory payoff today at Gulfstream Park in their Pick 6 carryover. That Pick 6 carryover, the jackpot now removed. It's a mandatory payoff. All the money goes out the door. $98,093 is the carryover today, plus all the money going into it. The best tickets will chop it up. Simply put, mandatory payoff, Gulfstream Park, make that 10 races, and a first post time of 9:50. 9:50 there. Monmouth Park is next. Monmouth Park's Pick 6 jackpot carryover is $10,850. 9 races, first post time is at 9:50. And then we have, that's also at 9:50, by the way. Woodbine has 11 races today. Woodbine has their stakes race today is the Belade. That's the third race on the card. 5 go to the post in that race. And the favoritism will be between Little Teddy at 8-5 on the morning line and Olivia Rose at 9-5 on the morning line in the 5 filly mare field. The feature is the third race. 11 races overall at Woodbine. Their carryovers, they've got a Pick 6 jackpot carryover of $32,543. First post time at Woodbine today is at 10:05. 10:05 at Woodbine today. Saratoga is next. Don't know what to tell you about Saratoga, but we'll find out the latest and the conditions there when we get Jonathan Hardoon on in a couple of seconds here. Saratoga has 10 races. First post time is at 10:10 today at Saratoga. And the feature race today is the Quick Call. It's the 9th race on the card, 5.5 furlongs on the Mellon Turf Course. It's still there. Eight are scheduled to go in there before any scratches. And the favorite at 7-5 is Soon to Be King, but that's a main track only horse, so he could be scratched. If he is, the 6-5 favorite is going to be Governor Sam with Ired Ortiz Jr. aboard. Okay, that's the Quick Call. The second race comes off the turf to the main track. The fourth race comes off the turf to the main track. The 6th and 7th races come off the turf to the main track, and the 10th race comes off the turf to the main track. Okay? All the races except for the featured Quick Call that were scheduled for the turf comes off the turf. First post time at Saratoga is set at 10:10. Then next we have Canterbury Park. Canterbury Park has 8 races. Their first post time is 11:10. 11:10 at Canterbury Park. Hawthorne Racecourse has 7 races today. And Hawthorne's first post time there is at 12:40. 12:40 at Hawthorne. They got a small super high 5 carryover there of $1,365, and a smaller pick 6 carryover, regular pick 6, $489. First post time Hawthorne for their 7 races is at 12:40. Then we go to Emerald Downs. They got a pick 6 jackpot carryover, $2,341. 8 races today at Emerald Downs with a first post time of 150. Prairie Meadows will kick in. Prairie Meadows has a 11 race card today. The first 4 races are quarter horses, and one of them, the 4th race, is a stakes race for quarter horses. Races 5 through 11 are thoroughbreds, so you get 4 quarter horses, 7 thoroughbreds at Prairie Meadows today. And a super high 5 jackpot carryover of $34,059. And a first post time there at Prairie Meadows is set at 2 o'clock this afternoon. And then Los Alamitos, quarter horse racing tonight at Los Alamitos, and a first post time of 5:15 there. 2 thoroughbreds, 3 mixed breed, 3 quarter horse races there. And again, first post time at Los Alamitos this evening with a pick 6 carryover of $16,196. So they don't need that $10,000 seating. $16,000 plus. First post time is at 5:15 for their 8 races at Los Alamitos. All right. Now let's go to Mr. Jonathan Hardoon, standing by in soggy Saratoga.
Good morning, Ralph. Not so soggy this morning, but very soggy yesterday and into last night. It's just been horrible. Let's be honest, Ralph. They've raced 3 days, and 2 days were complete washouts. You know, like you were saying, people save up all year to come here to spend a weekend or whatever it is, and it's just a total mess. I mean, there's no other way around it. You can't argue with Mother Nature. It's no one's fault. It's the rains. You know, it's just been awful, though. It's just, they had a terrific July 4th. They had a terrific Belmont. They're having a horrible Saratoga.
Well, they're having a horrible beginning to Saratoga. We got a lot to go yet. But let's hope that, Mother Nature kind of eases up on them. All right, so you got, I saw all that, the buckets of rain last night, right at the end of the races. They got the last race in, and then it really started raining. So what do you know as we speak of what's going on there today at Saratoga as far as scratches or anything else? You got anything?
They didn't even put scratches up yet. I hope they're not embarrassed.
Well, they may get to a race and say, no horses in it, canceled.
I mean, it's just been horrible. It really has been. And it's nothing like putting in 3 hours of work and having it, just rip it up and throw it in the garbage. It's useless. But unfortunately, that's what it's been. But you're right. It's going to turn around. There's 40-something days left, and hopefully things turn around.
All right. Well, they do at least one thing at Saratoga that they do there that they don't do in a lot of other places is when they take entries for turf races, they will take entries if it's switched to the main track only. So you got main track only horses in. For example, the second race has a couple of main track onlys, and so does all the other turf races. So the rule of thumb, I think, is when it comes off the turf and on the main track, you'll look to the main track only horses, because those are the ones that horsemen enter, because if it goes to the main track, it means it's an off track. And usually they enter horses that prefer running on off tracks rather than regular fast tracks or firm turf courses with their past performance.
Yeah, listen, trainers and owners are looking at long-term forecasts for the weather. And, if they see there's a chance of rain, why not enter for main track only? The problem is the main track onlys have been scratching also. So once you enter for main track only, they should really do everything to keep you in the race. To enter for main track only and it comes off the grass and then you scratch, well, that seems counterproductive to me.
Yeah, I noticed that yesterday. I haven't noticed that too much up until yesterday, but I noticed yesterday that some of the main track onlys, because when let's say you're playing a little bit in advance, like you're not going to stick around, but you want to play a pick four or something, and you get to the race and you say, well, this is off the turf on the main. These main track onlys are going to, they got to stay in. So you put them in your pick, and then all of a sudden they get late scratched later on, and you're stuck with a horse that's a favorite that you were trying to beat in the first place.
Exactly. So listen, it's just an overall bad situation, but it's temporary. Hopefully next week when they resume on Wednesday, they're only dark Monday and Tuesday. Mm-hmm. So we resume on Wednesday, and they're expecting okay weather until the end of next week. But listen, how could anyone predict the weather up here? You can't predict it from day to day. They're going to try to predict it a week ahead. Good luck to them.
Well, you've been predicting it hour by hour up there. That's for sure, and that's only because you're there and you can see it. In any case, taking a look at yesterday, what a magnificent ride by Flavien Prat in the Diana to put a photo finish defeat on She Feels Pretty, who was going for, I think, her fourth or fifth consecutive stakes race win.
Yeah, she was going for a fifth win, Ralph, and I thought that she was going to win. It looked like she was going right by, but Pratt is just amazing. He really is, and he certainly made the difference, in my opinion.
Yeah, and he rolled up on the inside. Now, most of us race players that have seen gargantuan amounts of races knows that when you get into a head-to-head battle, usually the outside horse, for whatever reasons there are, has the advantage over an inside horse when they're doing battle. But that wasn't the case yesterday. I mean, Flavien Prat was downright on his belly, riding and clucking away, throwing the reins, everything he had to do to get that horse to stay just a little bit in front, and did so. And Chad Brown, they might have just renamed the race after Chad Brown.
And the amazing thing is when turf courses are off, when they're yielding or good, usually the water's on the inside.
Right, drains inside.
Being out in the middle of the turf course is usually the best place to be. He made no difference to Pratt. Not only that, from the get-go, he just put the horse in the right spot. He wasn't too far out of it. He wasn't going to let the favorite get away, and it was just a terrific ride. It was classic Pratt.
Well, most of the handicappers yesterday felt that if She Feels Pretty was going to get beat, it was either going to be by Pratt's horse, Excellent Truth, or Dynamic Pricing.
The other brown horse in the race.
Two horses that finished first and second when they met the last time in a stakes race. But they thought that Dynamic Pricing was the best of the two because of the bad trip that they got when they were together in the last race, when they faced each other in the race before this. But you could see at the beginning of the race that Flavien Prat knew what he had to do on the winner to be close enough to beat She Feels Pretty, and the other horse just lagged behind and had too much work to do and never was a factor.
Yeah, I was one of those people. I thought if a brown horse was going to win, it was going to be the Dynamic horse, but he just never got involved in the race. Yeah, she never got involved in the race. She just was so far behind. She just had too much work to do, and she could never make up that ground.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, Pratt wasn't going to let his horse be come away from the gate and settle where she wanted to. He had her settled where he wanted her to be.
He does that so many times, and he does it in big races too. He just puts horses in the right spot, and that's why he's great.
Well, that was something else, but Sherry DeVoe was the trainer of the favorite She Feels Pretty, and as a lot of people may know, she used to be an assistant for Chad Brown. So she was going against Chad Brown, but the teacher got her anyhow.
Exactly.
All right. Well, let's take a look at what's going on today at Saratoga. The only race that we know that's going to stay on the turf, we are told, is the featured Quick Call Stakes at 5.5 furlongs on the Mellon turf course for 3-year-olds. As you say, there hasn't been any scratches posted yet, but George Weaver, like Chad Brown yesterday, stacks 3 horses in the stakes race today. He's got the favorite Governor Sam at 6-5. He also has a couple of other ones, Insubordination and Ortley Avenue, in the race as well of the field in the Quick Call.
And he's having a terrific meet to start. He's won like 2 or 3 races already in the first couple of days. However, this is going to be our official radio play in here, Ralph, and I'm going against George Weaver. I like the number 4 horse in here, No Evidence. This is a 3-year-old colt from the Miguel Clement barn. This is an improving horse. He's getting better with each start. I think he's going to work out a terrific trip in here. He's listed at 4-1 on the morning line. Manny Franco aboard to ride. Let's get number 4, No Evidence, home in today's 9th race out at Saratoga.
All right. In the 9th race, the Quick Call Stakes, the only one that we know is staying on the turf so far. You like the 4, No Evidence. No Evidence, the 4. Excuse me. Why don't you check and see if you got scratches yet for Saratoga?
Okay, I could do that for you. Hold on. Let's see if they come. Okay, they're in, Ralph. You want them?
Yeah, let's get them as you know.
First race, take out number 2, Bob Moe.
Okay.
Second race, 6 late scratches.
My
the
goodness.
1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, and the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 in the second race. Go to race number 4. Race 3 is clean. Race 4, 2, 3, 7, 10, 11, 12. The 2, the 3, the 7, the 10, the 11, and the 12. In the 5th race, take out the 3, Cuncheon Bridge. The 6th race, 3 late scratches, 3, 6, and 8. 3, 6, 8 out of the 6th. 7th race today. You got a bunch of scratches. Take out the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, the 11, and the 13. 7th race, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, and 13. 9th race, 2 late scratches. Take out the 3, Grayscale. Take out the 8, Soon to Be King. 3 and 8 out of the 9th and featured race. 10th and final, Ralph. Take out the 1, the 5, the 8, the 10, the 12, 13, 14, and 16. 10th race, 1, 5, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, and 16.
And I know that a lot of the players out there listening and watching the show are glad that I had I had a cough there and need something to fill in, because with all those scratches, you did a great service to everybody out there, including me. We do have 2 scratches, though, in the Quick Call. Grayscale and the main track only horse, of course, Soon to Be King, which is
and Grayscale, by the way, was probably also entered hoping it comes off the grass, because he's never run on the turf before either. So I think Safi Joseph was hoping the race came off.
Well, all I can say is you take Flavian Pratt out of the equation for the stakes race is a big handicapping tool, that's for sure. And
you may see a rider change coming up. Someone's going to get sick before that.
Yeah, let's see if that happens. In any case, your official play is in the Quick Call, and that horse is still in there. Number 4, No Evidence. The 4 in the 9th race is your play at Saratoga. And how many sheets you got today?
I got Saratoga and Gulfstream. They have the mandatory payout. It's ridiculous. Every 2 weeks they give you a mandatory payout in Gulfstream, but that's the situation. So I did that track instead of doing Monmouth.
And where can they get it? Where can they get it?
Oh, JONHARDOON.com.
All right, Jonathan. Try to stay dry, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Thanks, Ralph. Stay safe and be well.
And thank you, Jonathan, for helping me out with my cough here. Anyhow, I think the throat is clear. At least it is until we get to our next player, that's for sure. Rich Eng is coming up next, so don't go away.
Here we are in Houston, opening up our first veteran village. This beautiful building that's going to house 161 homeless veterans. Any veteran that risks their lives and they're struggling with PTSD, mental illness, addiction. We're also building what I call comfort homes, 500 square foot homes. These are for older homeless veterans, so they have their own space and give them back some of their dignity, some of their independence, and most certainly give them back their life. Go to T2T.org to learn how you can change a veteran's life forever.
If you're celebrating a special occasion or just love fine dining, you're in the right place. Come experience the crown jewel of South Point restaurants, Michael's Gourmet Room.
Welcome.
With over 600 different types of wines and magnificent dishes prepared tableside, you'll revel in the rich classic Vegas decor and the best black tie service in the world. This intimate gourmet room has earned accolades galore. Come to Michael's Gourmet Room for an unforgettable dining experience. Another famous restaurant is the Silverado Steakhouse, where you'll find the charm and service that discerning patrons require. From top quality steaks and chops to fresh seafood and desserts, you'll love the award-winning wine list and menu at Silverado Steakhouse. Steak lovers have even more options with primarily prime rib. Catering to hearty appetites, the menu features a variety of flavorful prime rib cuts, dry aged to ensure tenderness, and then seasoned and slowly roasted. Although prime rib is our specialty, it's not the only thing on the menu. There's something for everyone.
All righty. Remember, today they have a mandatory payoff at Gulfstream Park in their Rainbow Pick 6 jackpot there. All the money goes out the door today. It's a mandatory payoff. You don't have to have 6 to win. You have to have the best ticket. And if the best ticket is only 5, well, then you can split up the pot, too. It's a mandatory payoff. By the way, yesterday, Gulfstream Park had the highest payoff in the nation. Their pick 5, a 50-cent pick 5 at Gulfstream, paid $17,124.20. Wow. All right, time to go to Rich Eng, standing by. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
Hey, Richie, have you been watching the show earlier?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. What about that menu? Huh? Sean really jazzed up the menu there with the logos and all that for the racetracks.
Oh, you know what? I was listening, but I didn't see the graphics. So I apologize
so
to Sean.
You got to watch the graphics. He started something new today.
Oh, okay. I was making myself a cup of coffee, but I was listening to the show, but I wasn't watching it.
All right. Well, you watch it. You watch it on Wednesday. That's for sure.
I will do.
Simulcast sheet yesterday, huh?
Yeah. You know, a few horses scratched off the turf, but there were plenty of winners and plenty of horses that ran second. So it's been really productive, and I've got some nice feedback from some of my customers and people who bought it. So one more day, I'll be doing it for Sunday, and then we'll get back to Del Mar next week.
Yeah, and that, of course, will keep you busy. That's for sure. Anything of your interest today at Saratoga before we get your selection?
Well, I heard you folks, you and Jonathan, talking about the scratches, and, you know, it's just so unfortunate that weather plays a huge factor on a regular basis at Saratoga. And I know when people, you know, tend to compare Del Mar versus Saratoga in the summertime, one thing Del Mar has a huge advantage: almost fast and firm every single day, and almost like never rains. Yeah. So the scratches are minimal, and you get what you pay for when you see the Del Mar entries in the racing form. But you know, Saratoga, when it's fast and firm, there's nothing better than Saratoga. But been very unlucky this week.
Well, maybe it'll start out bad and finish up good as far as the weather is concerned. Yeah. We're only hoping for that. That's for sure. Hey, where are we going with the pick today?
All right, we had a nice winner yesterday. Perfect ride when Infinity gets up on the outside.
Yep.
Let's go to Ellis Park, race number 3. This is turf only. I checked the scratches about 90 seconds ago, and they were not posted yet for Ellis, but this is turf only in the third. The number 2 horse, Noises Off at 9-2. Christian Torres riding from Paulo Lobo. Class Relief coming out of 2 stakes races to run in an optional claimer, 62.5. It's a wide open race, even though there's only 6 horses. I think the biggest long shot's like 6-1 out of the 6-horse field. So it's very competitive. So I'm hoping to get to the 9-2. Number 2, Noise is off in the third.
Well, let's hope he makes a lot of noise. As much to getting in the winner's circle today. Third race, the 2, Noise is off the 2 in the third at Ellis Park. Their first post time is 9:50. The third race should go around 10:50 this morning, Pacific time. And Richie, we'll get you to do a little bit of relaxing there, buddy, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Yeah, and we'll have another pick on Wednesday's show. Me and Dwayne always come up with something on Wednesday.
You better believe you guys do. That's for sure. So don't miss Wednesday's show. Thanks a lot, Rich.
Hey, thanks, Rob. Good luck, everybody.
All righty, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, John Lindo standing by in Southern California. I've got the Clocker report for you for Woodbine, and then we'll get to John and Jerry to wrap up this Sunday show, so don't go away.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style Paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world.
The best of quarter horse racing is always at Los Alamitos. Join us for one of our biggest nights of the year, California Breeders' Champions Night on July 26th, with a full night of stakes action, with the Governor's Cup Futurity led by the super talented filly French Valley, plus top qualifier El Dictator. The Governor's Cup Derby will have a lineup of accomplished runners, plus the ageless Cattail Cove could also be in action. It's the track of sunsets and stars, Los Alamitos Racecourse, California Breeders' Champions Night.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All righty. Got an update a little bit on the weather. They say that it's raining at Woodbine, so they might come off the turf. Not yet. They haven't posted anything at Woodbine, but they said there's some showers in the area. And as far as Ellis Park, they are expecting, they say, and this is the weatherman's prediction, there might be a little bit of rain coming in later on in the day. But as Richie said, his pick is in the third race, so it's the first hour of racing there at Ellis Park. We're going to go to Woodbine, and we're going to get the Clocker report. The Clocker report, he has 2 horses that he likes today, and they're both on the main track, so it doesn't matter if they come off the turf or not. I take that back. The 4th race is on the turf, so we'll wait and see about that race. But in the 4th race, a 2-year-old race for 2-year-old maidens, he likes number 6, Super Debonair. It's a Mark Casse trainee. He said he has top workouts, and he had a workout with a stakes horse that he worked well with. So he thinks this horse got a good foundation. 4th race, the 6, Super Debonair. Then in the 5th race, he likes the 1, Super Tuscan. Number 1, Super Tuscan. This is a Safi Joseph trainee. Has had 2 solid workouts since he failed at 3-2. So he said he thinks he's now on the right track there. And that horse is 10-1 on the morning line. So in the 5th race, he likes the 1 to bounce back. The 1 in the 5th, the 4th race, the 6th, that's scheduled on the turf. And that is, of course, the Clocker report at Woodbine. Now we go to Mr. John Lindo standing by. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How you doing?
I know one thing. It ain't raining where you're at.
No, we got the little overcast in the morning. It'll clear off. It'll be beautiful today. And just got a text on my phone from the Del Mar Racing office. They are taking entries today for opening day Friday.
Ooh, doggy. I'll bet you there'll be a lot of people standing there throwing their pills in the bucket for that one.
I think so. I was looking at the nominations for the stakes races next week, and there are, I think, 21 nominations for the Oceanside opening day. There are 2 stakes on Saturday. I think have 29 and 30 nominations. I think another 29 nominations on Sunday. So the stakes races ought to be full, and you know that the other guys are all chomping at the bit to get in the undercard races too.
Not even a question about that. Well, yesterday at Saratoga, it was all about the Ortiz brothers, Flavian Pratt and Joel Rosario.
Yeah, it was tough for the non-top 5 riders to get a little nibble there, but with the scratches too, it really narrowed down their options. So, unfortunate to see what's happened to start off the Saratoga meet, but they got an awful lot of good weather through the Belmont and the 4th of July festival, and it's going to rain there sooner or later.
Well, we do know that. Your thought about that feature race and Flavian's ride?
I just saw the tape. I was actually out in the afternoon when all the scratches came through and I couldn't play rolling bets. I went out and did some other stuff, but I did see the stretch run, and a great stretch run. And they got past a very game filly, and She Feels Pretty. And, my gut feeling, Ralph, I don't know if She Feels Pretty. I don't think Saratoga's her favorite grass course.
Well, we will wait and see about that, that's for sure. And I'm sure that she might maybe run one more time there at Saratoga before they leave. Today at Saratoga, the Quick Call Stakes remains on the turf, and George Weaver is doing a Chad Brown impression. He's got 3 horses in the race, including the favorite.
Yeah, Governor Sam's going to be the favorite in there, and he looks like he's the speed of the speed. And despite the rain, that turf course was not in bad shape. They were going pretty quick over it overall, so I think they started to call it yielding. By the end of the day, they were calling it good, and we'll see what is labeled as today. But you've got to go through and catch Governor Sam to win the big stakes race today.
Well, John, you've got a Linda report today for Saratoga, as you have been for all the week, and you'll get back to Del Mar as well next week. But what's the Linda report look like next week with both tracks now would be in operation?
I'm planning on doing the late pick 5 with a 15% takeout every day at Saratoga. That'll depend on the weather. I'm not going to do that work and get all these turf races rained off the grass. So for sure, I'll do it Wednesday, and Thursday of this week. As we get into Del Mar, if it looks like the possibility of those races coming apart, I'll just skip that and stick to Del Mar.
All right. You got a full Linda report today at Saratoga. All the races, the selections, suggested late pick 5, and all the goodie information. One spot only in this gaming capital. You can get the Linda report, and that's here at the South Point, and it's free of charge, complimentary to the race players, because they love race players here. John, a pick.
Race number 7 at Saratoga. This race was handicapped for the main track. It's off the turf, and number 1, Little Lang, I think falls into a really good trip here. Handles dirt turf, so the switch doesn't bother me at all. There's some tactical speed in the 1-horse Little Lang. There's some speed to cross over and get the lead. I think Flavian Pratt falls into a good trip. The inside was not a bad place to be on that main track yesterday. 6-1 on the program. I have no idea what the final odds will be now after scratches, but number 1, Little Lang, race 7 at Saratoga.
7th race, numero uno, number 1, Little Lang. The 7th race is John Lindo's pick for the race day listeners. Get the rest of the Linda report right here at South Point. Thanks a lot, John. We'll talk to you on Wednesday.
You got it, Ralph. Good luck today.
All right, you got it, my man. Now we're going to Jerry Jackowitz standing by in his domicile. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning. I couldn't hear what John was saying. Was he aware that it's off the turf there?
Yes, he is. He said that this horse was, he picked this horse for both turf or main, so it didn't matter to him.
Yeah, I doubt we'll get the 6-1 he wants.
No, I don't think that especially with Flavian Pratt aboard. Well, it's been difficult for you guys, that's for sure, with all these late scratches. But what are we doing with the pick today for you?
Well, we're going to go to the first race, Ralph. We have a really nice-looking play sitting right here for Chad Brown, Flavian Pratt. And morning line 3-1. I'll take 2-1 on it. You just kind of concede with this 4-year-old that he's had a lot of trouble being able to put together a series of races this year. So he's starting to be able to put that series of races together, which I think should really help with his conditioning. And I think he really rates out really well here and should do very well up at Saratoga. We see his last race at Saratoga was a nice little improvement. So I'll take the 5, secured lender. As I said, I'll go down to 2-1. Over the 1-3-6, reverse 1-3-6 back over the 5. I think it's a pretty straightforward play. I'm all about the 5 in race number 1.
You got it, my man. Let's start it with cashing a ticket in the very first race. Post time is at 10:10 Pacific time. That's 10:10 Pacific time. Jerry likes the 5 secured lender. The 5 over the link-ups of 1, 3, and 6. Don't forget to reverse. That's how you cast Jerry's play yesterday. So the 5 over the 1, 5 over the 1, 3, 6, and reverse the 5 in the first. Go Go
I
ahead.
just wanted to say about the yesterday's race, the horse that won, the 5 horse that beat our 7 horse. He was what I would call an unexpected favorite, a horse that was just taking a lot of money. And, he probably rated to be second or third choice, and he was being bet down towards favoritism. And when you see that at Saratoga, that's always a good horse to put a little extra money in your turns, in your exotic turns on.
So you're talking about the horses that may be a link up or whatever, they get a little bit more action.
Right, the link up, you're still playing your horse at the price, but you want to add in the value of the money is sort of telling you that horse is a little more alive than maybe the form says.
So in other words, then if you are basically taking the horse to the 3 link ups equally and back and forth equally, then what you would do with that horse that gets in a little bit more action, maybe put a 1 or 2 more plays linked up with that.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, no, for sure. You should never have it absolute equally anyway. There always should be a little bit of variance based on handicapping or the board.
Based on the odds, you think?
The odds, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Jerry J's Power Pages for today at Saratoga, available right now at jerryjspowerpage.com. We wrap up the first week at Saratoga, where it's nice and dry and hot here, but you know what the weather is like there at Saratoga. We hope better for next week. We'll be back on Wednesday, God willing, and the creek don't rise. In the meantime, Mr. Jackowitz has one more thing to tell you.
Have a great race day, everybody.